Ripple's partner, the Lulu exchange platform based out of the United Arab Emirates, entered into a partnership agreement with MasterCard to enhance remittances within that region. The writing is on the wall, just as we've seen these predictions from the analysts, elites, billionaires, venture capitalists, and hedge funders all talking about an explosive boom in crypto by 2022. The bulk of the enthusiasm is centered around the recognition garnered by the asset class over the past year. However, with the massive exposure enjoyed by NFTs and the compliance to the ISO 222 standard of the cross-border transaction by some of the major cryptocurrencies like XRP, rest assured 2022 will be more than just a preparatory year, but activation of massive profits for crypto investors. The time is now. Consider the trend that saw 2017 being a prior year and 2018 the activation period for those significant booms. Get ready for those explosive gains like seen in the past. We also have Raoul Pal giving an essential insight on XRP about what he thinks Gary Gensler and the SEC are trying to do with this space. So please sit back and enjoy the video. Thanks for watching Make Money Online. If you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on post notifications. We also have a crypto Discord group where we give out calls for our favorite altcoins, and you can also win special rewards for inviting your friends to the group. Links for that are in the description. We'll be right back after this.
GSX is an unprecedented financial asset that combines the best elements of a traditional investment with the backing of a stablecoin and the use cases of many of the largest decentralized currencies like XRP.
In more recent news, US payment card giant MasterCard goes into a partnership with RippleNet's Lulu exchange platform, ensuring fast, secure, and seamless remittances in the UAE. Through this partnership, MasterCard will provide the Lulu Money app with its payment gateway services known as the MasterCard Payment Gateway Services. The SEC is trying to take complete control of this space, which is ironic. But thinking about the SEC trying to control the crypto market, there is a limit to how much power the SEC can have over a call that has come to grow to almost $3 trillion in market valuation globally in a little over a decade. We got this post from NASDAQ contributing writer Brendan Rierick, where he talks about the 5 ISO 222 compliant cryptocurrencies to keep an eye on in 2022. And of the 5 cryptocurrencies mentioned, 2 have been publicized with a greater propensity to reach more explosive gains. Moreover, these 2 cryptocurrency platforms, XRP and XLM, both have their parent companies Ripple and Stellar Lumens registered members of the ISO 222 standard body, which makes them stand out. And seeing as Ripple was the first to enter into this consortium, the US crypto remittance company essentially opened up the standardization protocol to the world of distributed ledger technology and cryptocurrencies at large. And with Stellar XLM only a partner through its affiliation with IBM as its underlying stablecoin issuing operation. Other such cryptocurrencies like Zinfin Hybrid Cryptocurrency, IOTA, and Algorand are only ISO 222 compliant. Given the trends, we've seen billionaires such as Jordan Belfort, Mike Novogratz, and a host of other billionaires who had earlier been XRP critics now endorsing the Ripple coin, following the coin's maintenance of a fair price even amid the lawsuit. Even better is the company registering giant strides in and out of the courtroom. In that same light, the CEO of Real Vision said this about XRP. I bought it for the reason that A, it does have use cases and it is being used, and B, the court case is a phenomenal risk-reward. It got heavily discounted in the price, and then I looked at it and thought, well, what's it going to do? Fall 100% from here to zero? But if it gets solved, it's up 10 times. And I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer. Why would you not take a 10-to-1 risk-reward that has a catalyst around it? Raoul Pal is now going all bullish and long on XRP, following a recent revelation via his response to a Twitter user questioning his current position on the Ripple coin. The former Goldman Sachs executive, who was a former head of the European hedge fund sales for the American multinational investment bank, during an interview on the Stakeboard DAO Talks, expressed his concerns about why he thinks there is tribalism in the space. Raoul Pal gives an essential take on what he thinks Gary Gensler is explicitly trying to do. In his words, the SEC is trying to get their filthy hands on the space and control it. There will be a point where this bull run finally does come to an end, but it won't happen before we take massive profits from this market. Gensler is trying to sound like he's the tough guy to get people on site. I'll take control of this because a lot of these guys have boomers and they don't understand what this is all about. Now that we have such powerful words from Raoul Pal, do I call these power statements? Because his argument is centered around how cryptocurrencies eliminate the centralized authorities and intermediary agents that charge fees and try to convince you towards helping you manage your own money. Cryptocurrency and blockchain technology returns control to the masses, which is precisely what these centralized government agencies have been trying to stall for a while now. And that's what the incumbents, the elites, and those in power don't want. Hence, they would stop at nothing to ensure that we don't have all the control that the digitized and decentralized ecosystem has provided us over our finances. They constantly use regulatory tactics to postpone what is almost inevitable. They would use regulation by enforcement to drive their agenda because they're in power and can do that. The truth is, we all need this emerging technology. Governments needed to power their central bank digital currencies as much as these corporate bodies and financial institutions needed to power their day-to-day transactions. Retail traders also need the new and digitized asset class to make cross-border transactions quicker, faster, and cheaper. For now, the primary risk that the old system was vulnerable to is the sustainability of the global payment infrastructure. It appears that we are incredibly vulnerable to having an attack against the payment system of the financial market. Gary Gensler's current strategy of regulation by enforcement calls for true regulatory clarity for crypto assets to thrive in the US. Thus, a proposition of an amnesty program like the safe harbor law that the SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce previously proposed allowed developers in the US to innovate without needing to worry about ending up in court. In addition, numerous other legislative efforts were supported in the statement, including the Security Clarity Act and the Digital Commodity Exchange Act. Glad to know that XRP has been suppressed for the longest, because it's allowed serious-minded investors to accumulate more of the XRP than they ever thought they would have. Right now, all we have to do is continue to confirm what we already know to be true. Since we know XRP will surely hit those significant highs, all we're doing right now is waiting. Because the global infrastructure of the payment system is evolving, and XRP will be at the heart of it. With more speculations of the lawsuit ending soon, XRP investors are guaranteed more profits than they can imagine. If you've been in the XRP space for a while now, you'll notice how it's been delisted from various exchanges, showing how hard it will be to purchase these coins in the future. On that note, I strongly advise against selling too much of your XRP coins. With Ripple ready to release more products, the regulatory uncertainty hampers a bulk of that as it impedes innovation for this asset class. Unfortunately, as we have a world where everyone's ready for mass adoption, some regulatory agencies seem to be in the way of that. Note that this is not investment advice, nor am I trying to lure you into buying any of these assets. Just as always advised, please do your due diligence and consult your financial and investment strategist where possible. I guarantee you, XRP is undervalued, and to think that the lawsuit would likely be settled before the end of Q2 2022 makes me even more bullish. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to turn on bell notifications. Also, make sure you check out the GSX competition for your chance to win big. Links are below, and if you have any questions, drop us a comment, and we'll see you next time.